these are all your fans, Abang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hello guys. Salam
Yeah.
Ramadan or whatever's left of it. We have only a few more days left. Inshallah, we will all, dapat barakah and come out stronger from this. That's what I hope for.
Inshallah. Amin, amin,
Inshallah.
amin, amin, amin.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's settle down.
Yeah.
I think we just proceed lah. So like macam, so currently you, I mean, you're in Singapore kan, bang?
Yes. Currently, I am in Singapore. It's
Uh-huh.
also because of the situation right now.
Mm-hmm.
My project in KL is postponed lah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's still some running project, There's
Oh
some.
yeah.
Okay.
There will always be ongoing projects. Alhamdulillah for me. So I was supposed to actually start shooting before Ramadan,
Uh-huh.
and then we were supposed to take a break for Raya. You know, the usual Ramadan shoot lah.
Yalah,
Kan?
yalah.
This is for another streaming platform, which is View, VIU, View Malaysia. Yeah,
Okay.
and for this time around, because of the situation right now, it got postponed. So now, inshallah, after Raya, I will go back to KL and then if we can start the project, we'll start the project right now because everything is very dynamic, and all decisions are very dynamic depending on the situation.
But is there like macam a fixed date that you need to go back to KL ke apa?
There was but the dates keep changing. The dates keep changing because of both government punya rulings and all, right? So it was fixed that I was supposed to be up 18 April. Now because over there the PKP got extended, so the thing got even postponed even further. And then right now theirs is gonna end even way after us. Can inshallah we'll finish 1st of June, but theirs will be until So I've got to wait. Kalau ada rezeki, adalah insyaAllah lah. So I'll be there.
Okay, so macam maybe you can just recall balik like when that PKP happened, I think it was on the 17th of April around there lah.
Yeah.
Were you in Singapore by then or you kat sana?
I was actually betul-betul nyari-nyari because I was there. I was there for pre-production of the current project.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I had needed to come back to Singapore because we were starting on a project for Surya, because I also have agreed to do a project for Surya.
Right.
Yeah, and that project, of course, got disrupted also lah because of the situation. So yeah, luckily I was there for a couple of meetings, and then to solidify bila kita nak start and all that. You know, the initial pre-production meeting.
Yeah.
And then
Surya lah, I mean Singapore lah.
No, in Kuala Lumpur.
Oh, okay.
I was there in Media Prima and View.
Okay.
And then I came back to Singapore, and then everything happened. But Alhamdulillah, because for one is I'm back here. Yep. So when I'm back here, I did not have to serve a stay home notice because I was already back here when things started getting worse.
I see.
So so I was safe with the family. Before everything started.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, jap I think there is some unusual going on here lah. Because now people are messaging me mana.
Oh. Mana apa? Is it from IG or FB?
IG is doing good. IG is very good.
Right.
Now, people are messaging like macam mana.
Okay, FB guys, you're doing good. Okay, IG guys, you're doing good. The FB guys are having problem. They can't get us.
FB macam senyap je. Klik. Chop case. How come Because is it because I shared your platform, that's why they cannot see?
Is it on my platform?
Yes, it's on your platform. Takkan I nak pergi? Oh. Because some people, diorang dah biasa they go to my platform kan.
Right.
You know, because I want this to be on your platform.
Right.
Yeah, so like I takut diorang dah confused, they go to your platform. And that's why macam your platform macam sunyi sepi
Why don't you go back to your platform?
I go back to my platform Okay, can. Means I need to take a while. Okay, meaning I need to. Yeah, these are the life punya challenges that we have to.
Yeah, but this is the new normal, I
Yeah, this is
guess.
the new normal. Yeah. So stop live stream. But I think it's rather like fascinating, lah. I mean, this kind of things like it's new to everyone.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like offhand, like how's. I mean, you mentioned about streaming over there, kan?
Yeah.
I mean, we can just be speaking casually lah. Kita pun tak ada apa timeline nak kena follow gitu.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, apa cerita?
So actually, IG guys, if you wanna see what's happening on FB, is this.
Nicer background.
Ah. Okay. So get on FB.
So,
So maybe I
meaning
should
like
do this.
also can. So your whole family is here lah, eh?
Yes, they are.
So how's it been for you? I mean, like
Um,
when
we are coping very well. Actually, it's not much of a difference if you ask me, Herdi, because um, the way I work usually, because I've always been in this industry, kan?
Yep.
And then once I say okay to a job, because right now I'm at the age where I pick and choose my projects. Yeah.
I'm not
And
surprised. Yep.
yes. So and because of the fact that I pick and choose, I also pick and choose the time that I want to spend with the family. So
Oh, that's
usually,
wonderful.
macam if I take one project that will take me 2 months away from the family, when I come back, I make sure I'll have 2 months
Oh,
at
that's
home.
how you work.
Yes.
Oh,
So this circuit breaker thing is actually not foreign to
not
me.
new lah.
It's not new. I've been doing that since I was in Kuala Lumpur pun. Yeah. Sometimes, but the thing is that when I say okay to a project, they would not see me around for that particular time lah. You know.
I see.
Yeah, especially when it involves overseas program and all. So when it involves overseas punya program, I'll be away, and then when I come back, I make sure I at least have 6 weeks break. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how long have you been practicing this?
Oh, I've been practicing this for the last 6-7 years.
So that
Yeah.
the normal lah for you.
Yeah. So I mean, the circuit breaker thing, it's the difference is that the home based learning there. You know, you have to of course supervise the kids for the home based learning lah. Other than that, it's usually how I spend my time. Sometimes of course not in Singapore lah. You know, I will make sure that 6 weeks, okay, I'll take the family for holiday, you know, we'll go somewhere, you know. But also at the same time, it's not working at all because I have post production to supervise pun. Yeah.
Betul.
And also right now, for the past couple of years or so, post production also has moved online.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has moved online a long time ago, even before COVID-19 happens.
Betul.
You know, sometimes my editor want to check with me. Okay, abang, I will share with you on WeTransfer, you know, and you know, on other platforms. So remotely we can already work because kalau dulu kita have to go down to the studio, have to go down to the editing suite, you know, and to sit down with the editor and all. But right now it's everything remote.
Exactly.
And the way usually, especially for post, the way I choose my editors are those who are not machine operators. You know what I mean?
Betul.
I think post-production is a extension of the creative process. So I would like my video editors to be very versant, to actually put in dorang punya creativity into cutting my films. You know? So lepas diorang dah cut, I really hate it when my editor, abang nak cut macam ni ke tak? Abang nak macam, no, I mean you do your style. And then when you present to me, I will tell you, okay, maybe this part, you know, we will work together after you've done your first offline or first work.
Oh, so that is how you work lah. I mean, it's not
Yes.
like because I'm aware like some directors and all like dorang the first part pun dorang dah ada.
Oh, tak boleh. I tak boleh. I always tell my editors, I am not here to actually tell you how to do your job.
Oh.
You know, you are an extension of me. So the way I shot it, use your credit. Sometimes I tak kasi chance pun. I'm not the kind of director who, you know, I mean, for those who are in the line, of course, will know. You know, sometimes you take a master shot daripada awal sampai akhir semua master shot. You know, and then you cut to the close-ups, ke apa kan? I'm not like that. I will just take, okay, this one only in the master, then I cut, and then it gives the editor no choice. But okay, I have to use that cuts, and they have to actually work out how I shoot my films or my dramas.
They need to know you lah. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah. Kalau dorang tak gerun lah, nak get to know me.
Yeah, macam it seems that macam definitely most people kan macam on screen, not say on screen lah, or on TV, they look at you macam they remember you from the past, and they have the perception of okay, this is Faisal Ishak. Then suddenly when they start to work with you, macam alamak lain sih. Correct not?
Yeah.
Am
I think
right
that,
to say that?
yeah, you are very right actually. I think that actually influenced me on why I had to leave Singapore a long time ago. Yeah. I mean, I'm really glad you say that, because that was one of the big decisions that I made before to leave Singapore, is because of that. I have been molded into something maybe had made me a little less comfortable. You know.
Okay. When was this?
This is back in. I started dabbling with living back in 1998, a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dabbling with the thought of leaving lah.
Yeah, the thought of leaving was, first of all, I had wanted to maybe challenge myself, whether I could think even more creatively. That's the first one lah. Yeah. And secondly, like you say, they'll never some people will never let me get out of the Mak Yoyo thing.
Okay, but we tak boleh cakap pasal Mak Yoyo lah.
No. I mean, it's fine. I mean, I love the way that I was educated in this industry.
Yes.
I was Alhamdulillah, I think privileged enough to have grown up in the industry through the Bengkel Kanak-Kanak TV.
It's cool. I saw your Surya 20 punya interview. Yeah, you were school with with them from ages lah.
Yes. That was my first education. That was my high school. That was my university in media. Because when I was studying, although I know this will give away how old I am, but when I was studying, we didn't even have mass communications. Jangan cakap film school lah. Because at that time when I was studying, Singapore was gearing up for more engineers. Yeah. So even the polys are the electronics engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. So everything is about engineering at that time. You know, before they open up to mass communications and film, video and sound, the FSVs, and then baru ada a lot of new media start coming in. But I wasn't privileged enough to go through that when I was back in school. So you're looking at an electronics graduate who know nothing about electronics.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had my education in TV through my involvement in Mak Yoyo or in Bengkel Kanak-Kanak before.
Oh, okay.
But maybe the public didn't want me to grow up. I don't know.
And then berapa nak dekat 20 tahun apa? I mean like
yeah. But how do you know? I think Khairuddin Samsudin also will go through the same. Oh, like, hey, kau dulu Mak Yoyo. And like, okay, hello, we are all nearing 50 already. We are glad, of course, but they will never let me grow out of it. So I thought, apart from my decision to actually challenge myself creatively, is also to disappear for a while.
But before you disappear, I mean, you're in Singapore, kan? I mean, like, were you like macam? I'm sure you have some certain production jobs and stuff like that going on, right?
Yes. I was actually with MediaCorp.
MediaCorp,
Yes,
not
I was
as another production house, or because I don't know how it works. I mean, does it like in-house?
I was with MediaCorp all the way. Yeah. And then after that, I left MediaCorp for a little while. And then I joined an international production house. At that time, the media landscape in Singapore is changing. They start farming out projects to outside production houses, not only to MediaCorp. And then I left. So I was part of them for a few years. And then I came back to MediaCorp. I came back to MediaCorp, and I was living this real life education lah, like I say, going through and finding out how other people work. Actually, when I was outside, the outside production houses, I was sent to India, I was sent to Canada to actually to learn about, not only about, sometimes we know um, how media works or how TV works or how you want to shoot. Especially right now, semua orang ada handphone, semua orang boleh shoot.
Right.
You know,
Right.
everybody boleh jadi director. Tapi kenapa tak semua orang jadi director?
Yang
You
bagus.
know, yeah. But it's it's because we also learn the one important thing that I think a lot of people tak perasan is that there are other ways of doing the same thing. You know, there are other ways of doing the same thing. It depends on the people you surround yourself with.
Situation.
When I was in India, I worked with Indian production.
Right.
Rentak dorang lain. Yeah, and so I did a few shows for Vasantam even at that time. At that time, it was Prime 12, right? It was only Premier 12 and Prime 12, and I did some shows for Premier 12 also in the documentary sense. So I did not stop myself from actually terus decide on what to do. When I was a lot younger, when I first started as a director, I made sure I had the opportunity to do mostly all genres. I did documentaries, I did Tamil shows, I did children's show, I did a lot of variety programs. When I was with MediaCorp, I was mostly a variety producer. I wasn't a drama producer. I did concert solos for Nurul dengan Ajay. I did concert solo for Ella, and all that. So I had made sure I dip my feet into every genre that's available on TV. And then years after that, then I decided that, hey, I'm built for drama. I'm built for fictional work. And that is where when I first took the bold step, take a leap of faith to leave Singapore, all I focused on was drama and film.
Well, I mean, sorry to interrupt, but I think it's pretty amazing. Macam you see, you have, from a layman standpoint, you have a job, you have stability there. I mean, like, why suddenly? I know because of your passion, you want to do more. Macam you leave everything that, unless macam okay, kat sini tak ada job, like macam, like we need to find job elsewhere.
Yeah.
But at that point of time, you have an income, you have your work, you have your variety shows and blah 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 stuff like that.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
and like, but yet, nak juga keluar. I think that is like, bro, that is like daring, see? Like,
I think that one I have to attribute to the young blood.
And that time was what, 30 something? Or?
I was basically about 30. Yeah, around. Oh, well, that's also another reason why I left, because personally something happened, so after that I left. But those things I couldn't thank Allah enough for things happening all at the same time. For me to make that decision, for me to take that leap of faith and go away. But like you say, I agree with you. It was a bold move. It was scary.
Yeah.
And when I was there, the thought of coming back the very first year was so overwhelming. It was so overwhelming.
The thought of coming back. Sorry, coming back. You done 1 year there, and then you thought of coming back.
Yes, because you lose that comfort zone you have.
Yeah.
That I can tell you. You will lose your comfort zone. And I don't know whether I was ready to actually face, all the kind of challenges that I faced. But Alhamdulillah, I held on to this word tenacity lah. Yeah. And I had to let my projects do the talking instead of myself. I don't call attention to myself. I call attention to the work that I've done.
My goodness.
Yeah. So
sorry.
Yeah. So that's the attitude that Alhamdulillah I had when I was younger. Apart from being a hothead.
Kita ada degil,
Yeah. Yeah, but then again, I knew I was in somebody else's territory, you know, and I knew that, like I say, I had to let the projects that I was involved in to speak for itself.
So
Yeah.
before you left, I'm sure you've must have done your work. Okay, cuma at that point of time, I don't think the internet is like now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you must have got somebody there, or at least you have Rakit or make
Yeah.
contacts and stuff like that. Surely, right? Takkan you nak terjun botol gitu kan?
Yep,
So like
exactly.
macam,
That's why
so
I
how
was
was it? Yeah.
thankful. Yeah, that's why I was thankful when back in Singapore, I
Mm.
was already involved in a production house who has a lot of projects outside of Singapore. So
Mm.
from there on, I got to know a few people,
Yeah.
and then the few people also, we had a lot of exchange program over there at that time when Singapore started farming out these projects for outside people. We were very dynamic, we were very vibrant, we were actually very hungry to learn from outside people juga.
Right.
you know we have people from states coming down. Even right now IMDA has a lot of courses, right? They still have it,
Yeah, yeah.
of people. They invite people from all around the world to actually discuss about scripts, discuss about documentaries and stuff like that. Which actually I would like to suggest to most people, kalau macam you all ada kelebihan ke apa, just attend those classes because it will help you.
Now,
I did.
especially now,
Yes,
yeah.
especially now,
Not so easy.
and
So.
I know IMDA has that apa skills future. You can actually,
Mm.
you don't have to pay a lot,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but attend these talks because it will change you, because it changed me. When I learn from the outside people, and macam tu, kita will take what's good, or we don't have the money. Okay, katakan if you want to say about Hollywood, we will never have the money like Hollywood has. We will never. you know but what's best we can do with the money that we have. I remember, okay, this is a funny thing. I actually attended a seminar organized by MDA a long time back, before I left. They invited writers of David E. Kelly in your team. David E. Kelly is an awesome writer. Before, he has his team, right? They were the ones who did Ellie McBeal, those
Wow.
very, very, yeah.
Mm.
So I attended, and at that time I was producing and also directing a Channel 5 punya program called Spin. It's a youth program. I know you all remember Bara, but Bara,
Baru of course.
Bara was after Spin. Spin was on Channel 5.
Yeah.
Um, so, and Sanif Ole was also one of the directors of Spin. Yeah, when he just came back from Australia, yeah, I was producing it. And then one of the writers from Hollywood watched Spin, and they say, wow, this is actually cool, and how much actually do you produce this for? And I said, at that time, I said it was about 30,000 Sing dollar. you know and then they said, wow, you did that for 30,000, because 30,000 is more or less our catering budget.
Oh my shit. Okay. Oh, that's insulting, say. That's what
Yeah,
2000,
but
eh? 2000.
yeah, there was.
Two-
But then again, it got me
Yeah.
thinking, if I can do this on your catering budget, I don't know whether it's a compliment or an insult lah, kan.
Yeah, lah,
But
yeah.
I took it as a compliment, because I did this on the catering budget. you know but like I say, we will never have the money that they have, because of
Mm.
course they have worldwide
Volume, yeah,
syndication and all.
volume and all, yeah, yeah.
They have worldwide
Mm.
syndication. We can never beat that. um
Right.
but how best that we can do with what we have, right?
Oh,
And so
that's.
with that attitude, I think I carried it over. And like I
Mm.
told you, because of those experiences and because of the contacts that I made, also across in Kuala Lumpur, that leap of faith wasn't really, really that scary. But once I'm there, I'm out on my own, because when I'm there, I am actually taking the role uh, of the captain of the ship, can
Yeah.
because I'm already the captain of the ship, and
Yeah.
all these people, especially my first couple of jobs, will have all other people say, hey, what can you do where um, where others of our people can't do, you know? Yeah, but it wasn't about what I can do. It's about, like I told you, it's all about the stories that you want to do, the kind of envelopes you want to push. Yeah, and then it's also about not only me, um, taking that leap, but also for producers to take that leap with me, to trust me that, hey, I can make a difference. Um, and and the only way I can make that difference is for you to maybe trust me. Can I think um, I think trust is maybe an overused word, but it actually is very, very important in all industries, but especially so in the media, because
Industry.
there is a certain way, there is a certain um, things that you can control, production ke apa ke, you can control scripting and all that. But after it's given to the director, boom, it's all in my
It's
mind.
all yours. All yours.
Yeah, right. So I've been thankful enough that there are people who actually believed in me then.
Oh, that's great. Oh, so much.
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to.
My FB people, my IG people doing okay, huh? Okay.
Good. I think we are good on IG on FB also, as well. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I think most of the guys were like macam, wow, you know, kita
Yeah.
suddenly like. Tapi bagus. Actually, I was thinking, lo, I want to escape your McDonald's lah.
Ya, apa dah
Mak
McDonald?
Yoyo
Tentang
weh.
McDonald baru buka.
I don't want to mention about Mak Yoyo. I think that semua orang dah tahu. But I just, for some people lah, for like me as well, macam kita would reference you as kita punya abang-abang tu.
Alamak.
Like, like that generation, like
Yeah.
you and Abang Kai and all that, right? So like macam, what about you? Okay, maybe you can just kejap dia from the start, like I heard you're from Bengkel, You
Yeah.
mentioned that, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So like how does it actually started? I know you have your family is if I'm not wrong, majority are musicians.
Yes.
This is what I gather lah. Right? Maybe there will be some of the
Correct. I'm the only one in my family that doesn't know how to play any musical instruments.
Yeah. So like macam you're from a musician punya background.
Correct.
Then so yeah lah, question like macam how does it end up in Bengkel and how does it
all right.
start? Yeah.
So this is a story.
Okay, this is a story. Yes.
All right.
I love it. Yeah.
My mom, my mother Jamila Samsuri, is a keroncong singer.
Oh.
A keroncong singer. She was very popular then, and I have an elder brother. Nama dia Muhamad Yatim, who was already in Bengkel Kanak-Kanak at that time. The very first batch dengan Indra Syaril, dengan Nona Asia, who's actually
the mom.
Mak Nona is the mom, Indra Syaril punya mother, who actually has this Bengkel of kids. Kalau y'all tahu lagu Air Raya tu, Pocong Mama dan Jona. Man, Pocong pun datang raya tau. Yeah. So he's part of that, right? And so I started going to his Bengkel.
So Mak Nona is somewhat the founder of this Bengkel?
Well, not really the founder, because it was also together with RTS, Radio Television Singapore, and all that. So
okay.
Yeah, so
RTS,
there was
wow.
Correct. RTS,
interesting.
Radio Television Singapore.
Yeah.
So I started with Radio Television Singapore.
Okay.
Back in 1975 when I was 5 years old. Yeah.
75. Okay.
Yes.
Continue.
Yeah. The first part was that we were mostly in radio. Because radio were really more popular back then, So we had a couple of shows, and of course kita masih kecil lagi, belum boleh hafal kan, so baca, so we got trained in radio. So it was from following my elder brother.
Okay.
He has his own TV program then. It's called Teropong Si Mamat.
Is that one of the first children programs?
Yes, correct. It was one of he will travel around Singapore with his teropong, and then dia akan teropong, and then we will cut to whatever VT, apa-apa yang dia teropong tu we will cut. Just like macam Teletubby lah. Dulu Teletubby ada dekat perut kan? Tapi dia ada dekat teropong.
Right.
So that made me fall in love with whatever he was doing, because he was my elder brother, and so I made very nice friends there, namely Johan Abdul Rahman, which is Bobo, who was also there. Zakir Hamid, right? Who's a pilot in the RSAF now.
Yes. So those are the first batch lah.
The first batch, yeah. And of course Rila Melati, who was a 3-year-old girl at that time, yang selalu kena bully. Yeah. So then years later, then baru Khairuddin Samsudin joined us and all that. So it had become a place for our extracurricular activities. You know, we were at the studio maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Um, and then it just started from there because it wasn't about it wasn't about coming onto TV mostly, but it was about the fun that we had.
Yeah, because
You know,
you were kids, right? I mean, like, you were what,
yeah,
5, 7?
yes, I was 5. You
Ah.
know,
So you
and
don't
finally
know
when
about all this glam or whatever, apa you tak tahu apa,
no,
right? It's just
no
about
such thing.
having fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just about having fun. It was
Ah.
just about having friends. You know, and we
Mm.
enjoyed what we did. We enjoyed being instructed. You know,
Mm.
Mak Nona ajar kita ngaji,
Ah,
Kak Zila, Mak Nona ajar
ngaji during the
ngaji
gig
pula.
kena.
No, menyanyi, tersalah
Okay.
cakap. Kan? Ini
Yeah.
malam mencari Lailatul Qadar, malam-malam ngaji kan.
InsyaAllah, amin, amin. Betul.
Amin.
Fikir gitu, rasa
Yeah.
gitu je.
So yeah, and then you know we have our dance instructor. So we were having a kind of like a structured program.
So
You
about
know,
what, 20 of you? I mean, agak-agak.
yeah, about that or maybe more. I'm not sure, but
Oh.
the core remained the core lah. We had a core group.
Uh,
You know, and then from there it moved on, and there were a lot programs prior to my Yoyo. It was prior to my Yoyo, and then when RTS became SBC,
mm.
you know, they came up with Mat Yoyo, you know, because Pak Mat Sentul, Pak Mat Sentul came up with this idea of him having 2 cats and a group, you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Heard of that story. Yeah.
and M Nasir was the one who did the first Mat Yoyo song,
Oh, serious?
you know, ah,
Wow.
mari kawan ke dunia
Dunia
kami,
kami.
you know, right?
Betul
So
masih. Oh.
yeah, so
Okay. Okay.
it
Ah.
was all the creative people that you know now was ever involved in Mayoyo. Even Najib Ali was our choreographer before.
Serious. In
Yeah,
dance, as in like.
yes, in dance, in modern dance, and all that. So yeah, and then after the Mayoyo stint, there were a few other programs. You know, every year we will religiously do our Hari Raya programs, and it became a
Yeah.
cult favorite. It became a cult.
Masih. Cepat-cepat
Yeah,
nak balik tau. Nak balik nak tengok tau. Pukul 9 tau.
can.
Yeah.
And then I remembered one of the last few shows of Mayoyo where we were actually quite sad was that we did a very, very big fiesta in Sentosa where nearly over 30,000 people came to Sentosa to actually watch us perform. And we had to do 2 shows because there were, you know, dah rasa macam rock band, bro. You know, that we had to do 2 shows. We were supposed to do only 1 show in the morning, but then because we got news that people were stuck. Pasal dulu tak ada ni ferry je kan. Ferry back and forth or the cable car only. There was no bridge. So there were a lot more people coming into Sentosa to actually watch us. So we had to do it twice. And then that was the finale of My Yo-Yo. So we said goodbye after that. It was very sad. It was after maybe 12 long years. You know, can you
Actually longer
imagine?
though. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine being on TV every week, every Sunday for 12 years? You know, we were
And
that.
it's pre-recorded, right? So it's like,
Yes.
meaning like how, like when do you shoot it? I mean, like how does it work?
Well, we usually shot it maybe one weekend for maybe 2 weekends, sometimes Saturday, Sunday, where we do maybe 2 or 3 episodes, or maybe even 4, which will be covered for a month.
One time. Oh,
You know, and
okay.
it kept going on, you know, and then way after that, when I left, um, I uh, I had the whole Bengkel thing or the workshop for kids thing already embedded in me. It's in my blood, you know. And as I grow up, you know, the very first program that I did as an outside producer and director was Ya Alif, was a children's program. That is where I discovered Izian Melina
Yeah,
and all
exactly.
that. Yeah, when she was small. So it
Sorry
got
bang, sorry.
mm,
I just want to close for siapa tu? Mak Yoyo.
uh-huh.
What do you think the reason? I mean, from your standpoint, you think why is it like stop?
Stopped. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Why is it discontinued? Yeah.
Well, I am actually really not sure. I am not sure because I knew we already had a big mass following. We had fans, we had merchandise, but I wasn't privy to any management or
Fashion.
decisions yet
Yeah.
because I was still a kid.
Yeah.
At that time, I was still a kid. Maybe I was just after national service, I was 18, 19,
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. So I didn't know what went
What is the
behind it.
reason lah?
Yeah, what was the reason? But they continued even after SBC became TCS and then TCS became MediaCorp. They continued with a few programs which had a good following juga. Namely, we had after that we have Click.
Yeah.
Click.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
those.
I
Yeah.
was involved. I was a professor in Click, and then after that we had Crayon. We
Yeah.
had good children's programs, and we had also a good base of that workshop to be carried on. We had kids, we trained kids. We had Chacha, Idafi on that growing up. But if you ask me why it was discontinued, I'm really not sure.
Yeah lah. Yeah.
Although I knew that they tried to bring it back, they tried to bring Mat Yo-Yo back, but maybe the landscape has changed. Like
Maybe
you
it's a
say.
good time to. Sometimes when the best part you leave lah. Leave at the high. I don't
Well,
know. We don't know.
yeah, but I think also because the media has changed, the way we view media has also changed. So psychologically, kids have also changed. You know,
True.
uh,
Maybe.
yeah.
And
Last time it was just come together, sing, dance, play a few games, and we are all good. We are all entertained, and we look forward to the next week. But maybe right now, the kids right now move faster than we were moving. Yeah. There should be a psychological reason and should be studied, but I don't think I'm the one who's going to study it. So
Okay.
yeah, it was a good past that I had, and it was a good basis of what I do now. I always look back not only to the programs that I did, but to the people that I was involved with, to the
Right.
people that had crossed my life, that has helped me be the person that I am, especially those brothers and sisters whom I regarded as family back in MediaCorp lah, kan?
Right. Right.
Back in RTS, SBC, TCS, because they actually molded me to who I am right now, and and it was always a good lesson for me to have. Or sometimes I still, as an adult, I sometimes still go up to them and ask them, there is no there should be no stop to knowledge. That's what I believe. You know,
True.
right now when you ask other directors like, sometimes they gripe. Sometimes they gripe about, Allah Surya ni mana tahu lah. Yeah, but hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. They are in a line of work which you don't know about.
Betul.
You know, you create something, but do you know the audience?
Yep.
You know,
You're not in that position to
yes,
see.
you're not in that
Correct.
position. So
Yeah.
there's no use griping because it's a different ball game altogether. People ask me right now when I come back to Singapore, I've done this. Okay, you can see my wall. I've done all this, but why don't I produce anything in Singapore? Why don't I don't have a production house in Singapore. I do have in Kuala Lumpur, but I don't have one in Singapore. And I can tell them I am not a good producer. I can tell you I'm not a good producer because I am a better director. I don't want to bother myself. If I was the producer, I'll be worried about money. This is the only money I have. And if I'm the director, I'll be fighting with myself every day. Hello, aku nak ni duit ni untuk nak buat ni lah. Tak boleh lah. Aku producer, aku tak boleh. I can't do that.
Sorry bang. Your IG connection is ni.
Oh.
Yeah. I think dia tengah shock tu dengar.
Yeah. So I have to join again?
Yeah, I think I dah add you. Hold on, I think you should be there.
Okay.
But I think, okay, good. I mean, like, questions are coming in now. I mean, like,
okay.
I want you, I mean, that's quite interesting sharing from somewhat your past. So much I think
I sent a request to you to be your video.
Somebody commented, it was cut at a critical moment. Damn.
Yeah lah. Damn. What was the critical moment, man?
Kan orang ada komen. Itu yang buat shock. Okay, guys, from your IG, those guys on IG, I think for you to have better better views or better experience, go to FB in case, because we can see your comments better there. Okay, anyway, so now I want to bring you back now. Okay, I see some questions here and they're saying that, okay, Cipaan is asking, share us your first drama directing experience. And I know from him, dia tak nak tapis punya tau.
Apa? Cip ah?
Cip.
Jangan cakap dia, jangan dengar dia. My first?
Your first directing experience.
First directing experience, okay. Drama ke apa?
I think film lah. Chip, if
Just
you're there,
first
can you just say something? Is it drama? I think it's film lah, because
my very first.
Yeah, because we want to hear the thing on your wall. I mean, like my eye is like it's like dia kat belakang. Goodness. Yeah.
Kejap
Yep. Your IG dah jatuh lagi.
Jadi jatuh lah.
Kai F. I mean, if you want to listen, you can go to FB. I know the younger generation banyak yang kat ini. IG.
Ya, dekat Instagram. Yalah, I know. I don't have FB. FB untuk orang tua. Hahaha.
Okay, Cip jawab
Itu
for
pun
drama.
tua. Hello. Okay. Alright. So, my very first drama. Kalau drama lah, I think my very first stint on directing is basically, like I told you, it was Ya Alif then, but it was more of a children's program and stuff. But my very first drama I did was also for Surya at that time. It was called Prima Donna. But that Prima Donna was a telemovie that we did for Surya at that time. Arwah Azian Irdawati was the protagonist in that, and we had Raiman Rahim, we had Rila Melati, we had Ghani Abdul Karim for that. That was one of the first few, but it wasn't directed. I did not direct it as a whole. I directed with my partner, who is Kabir Bhatia.
Wow. Oh, okay. He was your partner.
Yeah. He has always been with me a long time back. So we did that together, and for Alhamdulillah, for Pesta Perdana, we won both. I think best drama for it at that time, if I can't remember. Sorry, I just jatuh lah my phone ni.
Semua move to FB.
Yeah.
Is that move to FB, please?
Yeah. And then after that, after Prima Donna, I did a 6 episode called for Surya also, Impian. That was my very first drama. But it was memorable for me because it was the first, but it did not come with a lot of challenges. Cheap. So sad to say, it didn't come with a lot of challenges.
Cheap, heard that not? And why so? Why so, sir?
Because to me it's a short drama. It was only about four episodes and stuff like that. And it was the way that I had went for it was basically by the book. Getting writers come down. Johari Abdul Aziz was one of my writers at that time. Discuss and all that. So because it was my very first, so I had a very strong hold on it. You want to be perfect. You want to be meticulous. You want to do this. You want to do that. And then it didn't become enjoyable for me. So because I was mostly nervous, maybe before.
Nervous, You nervous,
Because it was the first drama. I had wanted to dabble whether this is right for me, and having Nina Halim as your assistant director, all these people who actually believed in you for your first one, and you had to act that you know what you're doing, but you don't. So so it was more by the book. I did not feel what I meant, Chip. What I meant by there was nothing memorable because I don't see myself in it. I don't see part of myself. I saw a technical thing.
But it's your choice to go by the book, apa? You're the director, kan?
Yes, and it was my choice to go that because I don't want anything wrong to happen.
You're playing it safe lah, kan?
Exactly. So, but I had good memories. I had good memories because that was the only drama that Hani Haddad acted, the only one. After that, she said no more drama. It's not because of me. You ask Hani that. Maybe on my IG live, she would know. Yeah. And then it was also Maizura Hamza was
Oh,
back in
Maizura
Singapore.
Hamza ada kat
Yes,
Singapore.
Maizura Hamza. So it was memorable only because
That's
I
your first time.
actually I actually am telling not only myself but to my fellow cohorts or to my fellow colleagues
Right.
who's in the media industry that hey,
Yeah.
I am taking a step into directing. So it was kind of like an important step. Yeah. But of course, Alhamdulillah, he also got nominated for one of the best drama in Pesta Perdana. He didn't win, but to get nominated for your first drama and to know that after so many years looking back at it, it was more of a technical effort more than anything else. Yeah, I was happy for it to be part of my resume, but not on my poster wall.
That's why I don't see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But then after that, I actually got challenged.
Oh.
I actually got challenged by our old boss, our old vice president of Surya, Mr. Bashir Siswo, to
Ooh.
actually supervise something uh, which is quite tough, and that is here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Tinta Bollywood.
Yeah, we wanna mention that. Why supervise? Why use word supervise? Is
Oh,
it because of
because
your Indian production experience?
yes, I had experience with Indian productions, and therefore came upon this Indian production called Vaishnavish at that time. Came to Singapore, and they wanted to do a drama called
Collaboration.
a collaboration with Surya, and it's called Cinta Bollywood. And so
Ah.
of course Surya would have to have a local executive producer to be on board also. And so Mr. Basir Siswo actually asked me whether I would like to EP the program, and I said yes. Of course, I said yes because I actually, first of all, I said yes because I really love the concept. Most of my projects usually is always about the concept first lah. I really love the concept, and of course, I like I told you, I had forged relations with people in the industry, with Mr. Basir, with of course our current president, Kak Sabaria Ramilan and all that. I have forged this because I grew up with all of them, and Alhamdulillah, they also trust me that I can do the job. But I was young back then when I did Cinta Bollywood. I was young back then. I was trusted um, into this macam bidang terjun at that time, because I was a young drama director, and here we are getting a very young Aaron Aziz, his very first few dramas back in Singapore, and we were all going at it. We all fell in love with the concept, and then we had lots of challenges doing it, but at the same time we had lots of fun. And there I felt the difference because I did it with with heart. I did it with passion.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. That's
So
important.
that's the difference between my very first one, Impian, which was more like an Impian to me. I was doing it more technically. I had fun doing it, but there wasn't Faisal Ishak in it. And then I started doing Cinta Bollywood, and although I did not direct per se technically, but of course in terms of the language, because they had Indian directors, you know I had to do the translation, I had to do this, I had to do that. So basically I was also the actors director. Was talking to Suhaila, to Suzairi Sumari, to Aaron and all that, and we were doing it together, and we, well, it wasn't smooth sailing, to be nice. To be nice, eh? It wasn't
All the
smooth sailing, but
challenges lah.
yeah, the challenges were very hard. But at the end of the day, we did it together, and we did it with passion and heart. And I felt it. I felt that this is the way that I wanted to do my future programs, with my heart in it. You know, um, Although I wasn't credited in it for directing also, but I had a full hand in producing it. I had a full hand until I really got really tired. I really got tired. I didn't want to do Cinta Bollywood too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I couldn't do Cinta Bollywood too. It will take a lot of me, and then I felt that at that time I don't know whether I hit a wall. We had so many fights, but it was, now I can say that all those fights were at the end of the day was for the good of the product.
How
So it
long
was
was this? How long was the
um,
process, and what was the budget at that point of time for this? Was it one of the
oh I
highest budget?
yeah, I think it was one of the
One of the
higher
highest
ones
one.
at that time. Uh, but yeah, and we were all trying to save here and there, so that we can spend on something else and all that. So it made it a little difficult.
Oh,
Um, but then again, the product actually boomed, right? I mean,
yeah.
for those
I
of
mean,
you who
until now
remember
we
Cinta
remember
Bollywood,
about Cinta Bollywood. We know
yes,
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And then because also at the end of the day, although I don't know, as human being, I would like my audience to say, "Hey, you did a good job." Of course, as human beings also need a little validation here and there. But at the same
Mm,
time, I was quite happy with myself, saying that I was part of this with all the heartaches I went through producing it. That was one of the biggest lessons. Cipat, that was one of the biggest lessons for me that I took away when I left for Kuala Lumpur. Because then I remember it couldn't have been, I always tell myself that, yeah, this is bad, but remember at that time when you did Cinta Bollywood, it was worse. So it became
that
that
is
point.
the foundation or a benchmark
Yeah,
or a yardstick, you know? I
yes,
see, I
and
see, I
and
see.
and it became the point where yeah, like you say, a yardstick, and I felt I was glad doing it, but I didn't want to go through it again. So a lot of people ask me, a lot of the actors actually ask me, why didn't you agree to do Cinta Bollywood too? Because I fell out of love, man, you know.
Yeah, it's just like a relationship. Like you learn a lot, but you don't want to go through it again.
Yes, you don't want to
But
go
you learn
through
a
it,
lot.
but
Yeah.
yes, yeah, I did that, and a lot of those mm,
Yeah. Sure.
lessons
Mm.
I took away, and that's why it's on my wall. And because of that, I have a lot more others on my wall. It's because of the attitude attitude I took. And then
Yeah.
my very first project when I was in Kuala Lumpur, it's called Balkis, and it was a very simple concept about a deaf and a mute girl, a deaf and mute
That's the
girl.
first project
The
in
very first one,
drama also.
drama.
Okay.
It came as a culture shock to me because
Mm.
I was already directing in Singapore. Selepas tu I pergi ke Kuala Lumpur, and then they work like there's no tomorrow.
So culture change 180 degrees 360
Phew,
degrees
180 degree. I'm 360, you come back to the same place kan. Ni
Yeah,
180,
180
you'll never come back. I remember coming home. I going to work, coming home, going to work at 7 a.m. in the morning because the location is about 1.5 hours away. Going
Okay.
there and then shooting until about 12 a.m. at night, and then coming back home. You reach home at about 1:30 a.m. I remember one night I have my towel around me saying I'm going to shower for a little while, and then agaknya I tertidur, and then I bangun. It was already time for the next day to
Fear,
actually shower, to go home, to go to work.
go for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that was my very first one. All then also not very memorable sangat, sebab it was a new place, trying to find my ground. But
Were you alone or with family or how is
I
it?
was alone.
Okay.
I was
Easier
alone.
lah.
Yeah, I
Easier lah.
was alone.
Mobile.
Um, yeah, and then it became the fact that uh, I made it a point that I want to challenge myself for every project. That is my personal outtake for every. Sampailah sekarang, I know I want to do this not only because I like the concept, but also it allows me to do something different. That has always been my mantra, or my something that I hold on to very dearly. I want to do something different. It doesn't have to be different as in, okay, let me explain. For Balkis, what different is that, okay, you give me a concept with someone, an actor who is deaf and mute,
Mm.
right? So I actually got an actress who is actually deaf and mute,
Right, right,
who is real life deaf and mute.
right.
So uh, th- apart from actually doing that as a program or drama,
Mm.
I am also challenging myself. Can I direct someone who is actually deaf and mute?
Oh.
I must have something that will challenge myself as a creator, as a content developer, as a creator. Yeah, it is a family. It's a family-based drama, but you know, I want to challenge myself. You know
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So with the second one, Raffles, yeah, the one I did,
Oh,
I
sorry,
have
bang.
always, yeah.
Sorry, bang. Before you move to the second one, I
Uh-uh.
can see a lot of questions from the
Okay,
comments.
okay. Let's
So I
answer the
think,
question instead. Don't
yeah.
forget about the second one. Let's go.
Okay, somebody say, I got a question. Ni sampai orang call tau, dia nak kita tanya ni.
Okay.
How, I got a question. Now with Netflix being in the media, are producers looking into it as a medium to express their work? If yes, why? And what's the future for TV channels?
Oh
You want me to repeat?
no, it's okay. I got it.
All right. Take your time, bang. Take your time. You can
No,
think first, relax, Take your
okay.
time.
This is it, guys.
Mm.
We all know not only Netflix. Is on the streaming platform. I actually dabbled upon this streaming platform a long time ago, guys. A
Serious,
long,
ah?
long time ago. Yeah. Singapore, one of the first few Singapore punya streaming program platform was called sharkstream.com.
And when
Long
was
time
that?
ago.
10 years
This
ago,
is
ada?
this is 2000, 20
Huh?
years ago.
Serious? Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Sharkstream.com had this had this idea about putting libraries into platforms where people can view, which is
Ah.
like what my what is it now? Toggle, what is Toggle now? Sorry. Me
Me
Watch.
TV, me watch, me watch,
Yeah,
me
what's Me
watch.
Watch now?
Ah.
But it was 20 years ago. Somebody came up with that, and an Indian
Mm.
engineer came up with something called Sharkstream.com in Singapore, where people need to actually subscribe to actually get on. Hold on, I think I need to also
You
charge my.
IG again. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
your phone mati eh?
yeah. Hold on.
But no worries. The FB people are still watching. I think
Oh,
yang
hello,
banyak
people.
question now. They're more serious people here lah.
Alamak. Jangan serius sangat.
Okay, you relax. I think what will comment. I think Hemindra made a comment. Apa yang Hemindra cakap eh? Yeah, all the positive things lah. Bercinta habis nak produce. Right? Okay. Hold on guys. Sorry.
I think Helmindra was saying bercinta habis nak produce because he was with me for Cinta Bollywood. He was a young boy out of school. I think he remembered me as a big bully.
Okay, bang. I tell you what. We just end the IG so we can
Right.
focus on the FB.
Okay, bye IG.
Yeah. So you continue saying while I nak do some typing inside the IG. Just hold on. Okay.
Okay.
You were saying
We
about
were talking about the streaming, right?
streaming. Yeah.
Okay, hold on while I go charge my phone.
Just talking with you tak 1 hour tak cukupnya.
Okay, let's go to that the question that says what do you think of Netflix and stuff. Yeah, but like I say, I was exposed to this a long time ago, and I actually believed in it before. I believe that the choice to view programs when you as a viewer want to is going to be the future, and it is here already. It has been here for a couple of years already. So now, apart from Netflix, we have Amazon, we have Whatcast, we have Me Watch, we have in KL we have View, we have iFlix. Okay, iFlix. You look at this program I did for iFlix. Yeah, KL Gangster Underworld, all is for iFlix. And I think yes, the viewers have changed. The viewers this will remain a challenge for us as content developers and producers, because how do we actually sustain the free to air people to actually view the normal free to air punya TV, apart from watching it or watching Netflix and stuff. And that's why we are also, I think locally MediaCorp is also very aggressive on Me Watch. You catch this on Me Watch, you can catch up TV on Me Watch and stuff like, because they know that the landscape for viewers have changed, that you guys are actually, you want to view when you want to view. You don't want to follow the program. You don't want to be interrupted by 5 steps, Daikin, la 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 la, I can start again,
Okay.
and we understand that as producers. I think we understand that. But then again, there's also, it the study has always been going on. It is that dynamic. It hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped evolving, you know. And for me personally, if I don't take 2 steps forward in actually thinking about what the viewers want, by the time I reach about what you guys want, it will be already too late. It is a tough thing to do. It is also a struggle right now. Okay, right now, if you ask me, the immediate struggle after COVID-19 is that I actually personally don't see the survival of the cinemas.
That's a personal take lah.
My
Serious,
personal take,
really?
yes.
But
I
they want to
don't
experience
think,
it. Yeah.
I don't think, the cinemas will come out okay after COVID-19. Nobody will want to go, really go out, because right now, all the big players have their own platform. They are starting to dictate uh, how the viewers will want to watch their films. Because now, if everybody has their own platform, let's say Disney now, Disney can anyhow, hey, you pay me $10 now, you get it for 48 hours, or, you get it downloaded and stuff. Disney Plus is a big thing. And Netflix has so many good movies without even going to the cinema. Right?
True.
Yeah. And for the past few weeks, even Disney has released their first animation without releasing it to the cinema already. I think there's
I didn't know
the
that.
new, yes,
Wow.
it's now on Apple TV. So right now, I know the viewers are there already, and it is a challenge for me as a producer, as a director, and all you guys who are actually, my colleagues and stuff. We have to come together, man. We have to come together and actually rack our brains and say, hey, what kind of stuff that we can provide to the viewers for them to come back to TV, you know? But also TV is still catering for
other
maybe,
demographics.
yeah, the
Older
demographics. Yeah, they are still servicing that demographics, Some makcik-makcik masih suka tengok masak-masak and all that. The documentaries are doing well. The info ads are doing well. And of course the news. The news will always be on free to air.
Yeah.
Granted. And so those dramas that come after the news, hello, we are still on prime time. We are good, and and it's also about content. How do you actually hold people's interest?
Yes.
The first 5 minutes after the news. I think the challenge comes back to us as writers, as creators, is how to hook the audience. I don't know whether if you agree with me. If you watch a lot of programs on Netflix, most of them are slow burners. Really, really slow burners. Slow burners meaning like, okay, you gotta wait, you gotta, but once it kicks in, only you are hooked.
For example, macam the heist, Money Heist.
But Money Heist. Can you imagine? I've always thought when Money Heist was first released, I thought it was a film, man, because I read the blurbs, right? I read the blurbs. Say, like, okay, this group go into the safe to actually get them. It's a heist. Basically, it's a heist story. How do you actually prolong a heist story for 13 episodes? Wow. Yes. And it didn't even end in season 1. I mean, the first heist, it took 2 seasons.
Yeah, in the middle of the thing.
Yeah, but some episodes are okay, better than others. You have to agree. Some episodes are like, they're just milking it. Dia pusing-pusing kat situ juga, pusing-pusing kat situ. Yeah, but that is the trick of how to write, drama that can really hook. But some other programs on Netflix, like Ozark and all that, sometimes it takes so long for them to get into it, but they work, because they were thinking across the board for the next few seasons. They weren't thinking of first season only.
They think, orang dah
Yes.
tahu about the campaigns and.
Correct. Wow. Same like that's how when we did KL Gangster Underworld, which is on the streaming platform, which is on iFlix. We were already thinking 3 seasons ahead. While we were doing one, we were thinking about two. And before we were doing two, we were thinking about Rise to Power. We were thinking about number three. We were always thinking ahead. So I think for free to air right now, we have to think ahead. And to tell you the truth, I think kita sebenarnya banyak library. Daripada cerita lama-lama. If you remember, selagi ada kasih, we have Cheat Lay and all that.
Yeah.
We have this enormous bank of library, not in terms of only programming or ataupun different programs, but we have characters. We have characters that can just go on and on, but somehow on a different set of programs or something. This is crossovers. You know what I mean? Crossovers. Sometimes sayang. Kadang-kadang viewers cakap, alamak, tak habis-habis dia ni yang berlakon. Tak habis-habis dia ni yang berlakon. What if orang yang sama tu yang berlakon, yang tak habis-habis dia ni berlakon watak yang sama tapi everywhere. But he is the same guy. You know?
Okay, bang, sorry. Got to cut again.
Question.
Yeah. People call just to, okay, I get it. I will ask Mr. Faisal. Okay, when we say the viewers have changed, what the statement apply, when we say the viewers has changed, would that statement apply to Singapore as well? And would that statement apply to the Malay audience here in Singapore because we are watching the same kind?
I think the viewers have changed is actually very general. It's all over around the world. That's why you have all these streaming platforms, because they are aware that viewers have changed. Viewers' attention span have changed. TikTok, Instagram, and all that they have changed. And because of that, it's not only the Malay punya audience, it's all across the board. But being where I am right now, or growing up through the industry, we are always, I always feel that we are always 10 years backwards. I don't know why. I really don't know why, because I remembered, okay lah, technically, let's talk about technical. Okay. The Steadicam was invented back in 1970s. 1970s, it was Steadicam. And then it was also very much used in the Return of the Jedi. One of the first film that was used was Return of the Jedi, the Endor chase of the speeder bikes. People running around with the Steadicam. This is in 1970. And in 2000, you want to tell me, hey, come on, man, Singapore, this is something new. Kepala otak korang, this is something new. It's not new.
Okay.
But technically, we are technically we are already like way backwards, and we're always trying to catch up. Yeah. And tu orang telefon lagi.
That's why.
And
my
for
producer, my producer ni memang force.
when we are always trying to catch up technically, we tend to forget that we also need to catch up creatively, concept wise, storytelling wise. We need to do all that because the Malay viewers have also changed. The younger ones are looking at content a little bit more exciting than your normal family punya stuff. Us as myself as a director, and also as fellow producers out there, and also the programmers or those in the station, would also like to actually bridge a gap between the demographics. Okay, let's say if I'm the director or the producer or the programmer, instead of you trying to pull me apart, the younger viewers and the older viewers trying to pull me apart, dah lah tak besar kan, tapi orang nak patahkan lagi. Why don't we try to bring you all together and see what needs to be done to actually produce a program? I know I've bridged that gap a couple of times, and I'm willing to do it again. And with the help of actually it's with everyone's involvement. Okay, few years back, Nur Kasih was a big thing. Wow, suddenly everybody was talking about my Nur Kasih. It was another collaboration of me and Kabe Batia. We came up, he came out with Nur Kasih and we directed it together. It was so big, right? Like what Nur is now. Right now, Noor is big, but last time got Noor Kasih, you know. But we made it big only why? Because we took something which is not on TV, not always very apparent on TV, which is about religion, and we put into the family drama, you know.
Okay.
Kita ambil hadis-hadis, kita ambil ini, but we put it down to the reality of now. So it became a big thing. And I did it again for Giovanna. Giovanna, I had all the naughty boys come together, trying to bridge the gap between the old viewers and the young viewers. And yeah, and it worked. And I know, inshallah, with the help of other producers and including the programmers, because everybody must have a vested interest to change the landscape, you know.
So talking about that, I think memang vested interest, right?
Yes.
The guys are really, I think those outside are really engaged now. So diorang betul-betul wanna, you know, okay, so sorry guys. I mean, like sometimes of your comments I can't actually see because of the refresh, you know. So macam apologies on that. Okay, I will try to finish that. Sorry about that question is not really, is halfway. So what the individual was asking is, would that statement apply to Malay audience here? Because they're watching the same kind of content again and again, is not certainly to pushing to educate the new wave of content that people want to see. If we keep catering to the makcik-makcik, for example, is that safe to assume by now we cater to what people want to watch now? So would that deem old school in the future, because we keep on, like, you know, playing back whatever the user wants? So once you do that, we are not pushing it, you know. We just like going back all over again lah. So that is what he's trying to say. I mean, he's putting a comment. He's trying to answer, question you as well.
Right. I think on a very local and personal front, we have tried. We have tried a couple of times.
Malaysia and Singapore, or you're talking about Malaysia?
Both Malaysia and Singapore. We keep on trying. The channel, the station will keep on trying. For example, keep on trying on how we push the envelope, on how we actually want to get viewers back. What do you think of 6x7? The one we did a couple of years ago. What do you all think of Kesato Kadi when we did a few years ago? Adu Bibiku, you know, did a few years ago. I think that got a lot of rave reviews. We went to the heartlands. We went to something that somewhere in your heart, you know, it's happening, you know. So to me, as a creative person, I think that formula will have to be kept somehow, you know. Well, I'm talking about the Singapore viewers, you know, you all gave me rave reviews about 6x7, but 6x7 is just a guy who lost his job and then finding himself having to work as seorang pengurus jenazah. It was a simple concept, man. But what made it work? It worked because you all can feel for him. Yeah.
There's some connection to the...
You're engaged with the main actor. Sufyan did a wonderful job on that. Why do you all forgot that Beto Kushari was a guy from KL? Sampai sekarang korang ingat dia Tok Kadi kat Singapore. You know, because he's a good actor lah. But then again, the concept was simple. The one that you can relate to, marriages and stuff. This is very heartland punya concepts, you know. And I was very fortunate enough to have Helmi as a producer and Chip Paat to play Mud Rock in the 80s when we did Lap Lep last year. Remember Hari Raya Lap Lep? We did it for fun and we loved it. But it was a very heartland thing to do. What do you all remember about the Hari Raya? Is what's behind you, Herdi, is the lampu lap lip and stuff like that. It's something that you all can relate to. You know, so this connect. I think we have to the programmers. That's why I say a lot of they must show an active vested interest in coming together. You know, the channel, the producers, the programmers, to come together with us, content developers, to come together and say, hey, you know, we can do this. We can bring back people to the FTA, to the free to air, because we've done it. We've done it before. We've done good programming before. You know, like Cinta Bollywood, all this behind this, these are good programs that somehow we just have to find a way to sustain it,
Mm.
and it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. Sometimes you did it, sometimes you have it, sometimes you will
Oh.
lose it. I've done hundreds and hours of drama programs. Some of it even didn't make it. Some of it memang I tak nak cakap, but I produce. I cakap, program tu tak tahu siapa lah yang buat. Some of it I'm not really very proud of, but some of it I am really very proud of. Because I had managed to somehow punching back the audience to normal television. But um it I'm not saying it's easy. It's never going to be easy, because this fight is just going to go on and on and on. Do you think that everybody's happy about all the programs in Netflix? Of course, as human beings you won't be happy. I'm paying apa ni program. There will be people, that kind of people in the world, but Netflix is also trying to cater to every genre for everyone, everything. But I think there will be that silver lining if we all come together, as an industry. I was really happy when just before COVID struck Singapore, we had Surya Electra 20 years. I keep telling my fellow friends and stuff, when I met them there, it's like, I can't believe it's been 20 years. The channel has survived for 20 years, and the channel has carried on. Yeah, it's not all hits. That's why benda tu kata ganda, hits and misses. There are a few misses, but you can't deny there are a lot of hits. There are a lot of hits, and we should not stop ourselves from creatively trying to figure out what will work and what won't work. That's all I have to say about that. It's not going to be easy. I hope I answered your question. It's not only the Malays, but if you would have given us a chance, the youth would still give us a chance. Hey guys, trust me, there are young directors out there, young producers out there who's willing to actually do something to cater to you. But would you give them a chance?
Wow.
I thought Kultus was good. Kultus was different. SR115 was different. I was invited for the premiere of SR115. The first thing I did after the program was give Raihan a standing ovation. Hey, you got it. You got me engaged. I am your peer. You got me engaged. Even in football, what is the biggest award someone can give you? It's not the world footballer of the year, who are voted by your fellow footballers. That's the one they want, not by fans ke apa. You know what I mean, right?
The one,
They have this award yang only footballers will
But
vote.
yeah, those legit kind of like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of affirmation, we have to come together. Even the fellow directors back in Singapore here, we have to get away from our evil eye, Inshallah. Okay. No, ain out, but we have to come together, um, and then figure out, hey guys, we can do this. We have been doing good work, and after good comes better, right? I think we can do better work. And it all depends on all of us come together. Why do I really, really enjoy producing with the things I did in Singapore, like Lap Lip and Hilang Kasih di Sarajevo, because I have producers who are online in line with me, like, hey, we are not only doing this for the sake of something, we are doing it also as advancement to ourselves. I was very glad when I did 6x7, because I myself learned about pengurusan jenazah. What do you think? I was so happy about that, because this fardu ain is something that I overlooked, and I couldn't have overlooked. I asked myself, why did I overlook that? Because that's also an important part of you as a human being. And so it's like, even Lap Lip, when we did, at the end of the story, it's about family. It's about how you come together as family. Adik-beradik gaduh, jiran tetangga gaduh, but how you all come together as a community. We have always been strong on that. Our community has always, which community yang ada kata ganda gotong royong? Come on, it's the Malays, man.
True,
We come together as a community. That is the heartland feel. But the youth will have to carry on giving us a chance. Go back to Me Watch and go and watch SR115. Go watch Kultus, and there are a few things that we can't really push the envelope, because this is a free to air terrestrial. We have to also maintain sensitivity towards a lot of things.
Yeah,
Granted, you have to keep that in mind.
true, true.
Yeah.
So in relation to that, sorry to interrupt
mm,
again. Chip was asking, does the local network share the same aspiration as that?
cannot speak. Hello, Chip. You know, brother, I cannot speak for them. You are para you.
In your own perception now, of course. I mean, like, you cannot,
From my
from
talks
what you
with
think.
them,
Yeah.
yeah, from my talks with
Yeah.
them, and they do share a lot of aspirations, but there are also an equal number of guidelines that they have to attend to. You know,
Really.
Sometimes our hands are tied. You know, um, for the simple sake, okay lah. For the simple sake, I will tell you all something, okay? Hilang kasih di Sarajevo, the one I'm pointing at, hilang kasih di Sarajevo. I had named Hasnul Rahmat, the writer has named Hasnul Rahmat as Rahman, It's also there were a lot of subtext within it. The subtext was a throwback or ataupun an homage to Surah Ar-Rahman. Which of the would you deny, right?
Yep.
That keeps repeated, so and that is how we actually wrote it. This guy who did not see the blessings that was given to him, is very down, finding fault with others, all that. If you all went into the subtext of the things that we wrote, you all would know why is he named Rahman. Hello, wake up, because see the blessing that you have been given, and yet you want to deny it. Yeah, but those things I cannot verbally say on TV.
Yes. That's the whole art about it.
Yes, and I had wished that a lot of our audience would go into that subtext level. Come with me, let me tell you a story. And that story is not on that text, it's on the subtext. Even 6 kali 7, what is it? It's pengurusan jenazah. Yeah, I don't actually show the whole, but it's about what do you have to do.
The inspiration.
Yeah. Right. But I know, to answer Chip, I know for a fact that we all share the same hopes, the same aspirations, and maybe if it's not free to air, we have other platforms. Right now we cannot discount YouTube's, we cannot discount IG Live. I can discount TikTok because I don't know why I cannot be on TikTok. I ting tong already. There are a lot of good contents, but I cannot see the same dance carrying on for the life of me.
That is just to hook up, but
okay.
It's on the same business model. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but then again, yeah, I think we are all on the same page. It's just that how well that we can actually overcome ataupun work on this together, Chip. Yeah, I think Chip, Helmi, and all the producers out there, we should actually meet. Kalau if we meet at Zoom pun okay, we can talk about this, man.
That's
mean,
cool.
yeah, apart from us, I think if I have enough experience as a filmmaker, 20 over years, and Chip has 20 over years, Helmi has about 20 over years, added together, hundreds of years of experience, of course we can come up with something, man.
Sure. I think there's a lot of I think Hilmi is here, Raihan is here, Izzat is
Raihan
here.
is there.
I
Ooh.
thought I saw him here lah.
Yeah.
And many more lah. So okay, another question. I think it's getting hot, which is good. I mean, like, people are getting engaged. So abang, sorry if I were to interject. So because I got to,
no problem.
The whole purpose. Yeah. Okay. So next question. I think this from our local talent here. I think this guy had been in KL as well. Okay. So his question is, how do you think we can extend such opportunities to young generation, from directors to producers to actors, when technically, as a source of survival, being in a small industry in Singapore, most people who are in the scene would be very protective of their rice bowl. Okay. And the amount of commission work is very small. So I think he's trying to say that, I mean, kat sini, like, macam, like, everybody are fighting for the same pie, but how can we extend such opportunity to the producers, to actors and all, when the pie is so small?
Okay, for that answer, I think I would have to go with one answer word.
Okay.
Redha je lah. You know, things I really truly believe it's not only on Ramadan, huh? It's actually truly believe that all our rizki has been written, guys. It has been written. um and then it's not about disturbing someone's rice bowl and stuff like that. The more you think of it, it's not your rizki at this time. It will come around. You know, you keep your supplications, have your du'as. I think it will work out. It has always, that has always been my strong point. You got, yeah, we went through a lot of disappointments. I myself, there are, out of 10 things that I pitched way then, when I first started in KL, there are 10 things that I pitch. Sometimes not even one, sangkut,
Oh, yeah.
not even one. But then you keep on. I giving up, to give up is the worst thing that can ever happen. That is the that that is the ultimate injury that you can inflict on yourself. To give up or to be in despair, that is actually the shaitan's punya ultimate goal, to put you in despair, right? So I think, don't ever give up. Maybe look at it upon yourself. Do not be quick. Please do not be quick to actually point the finger somewhere else. You know, but be quicker in actually asking yourself. Let's say your concept didn't go through. Go back to your concept and say, hey, what can I do better? Or, did it not feel the need of someone ke apa? Even if actors, okay, let's say actors, you do not get that role. You don't blame on your other fellow actors who got that role. Maybe he is, of course, the rizki is already there for him, of your other fellow actor, and the other one that he can fulfill the role better than you. So it is always looking back upon yourself. I have even before Juvana and all that, I have a few films that actually went through my head. When above me, I was named as the director, and then suddenly, I wasn't the director.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then okay, to go very personal on this, that happened in KL Gangster season 2. Just recently, only last year, I already signed the agreement to be the director, and then suddenly when I was in KL, I wasn't the director.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
Yeah, guys, you know what I did? I
What did
booked
you
a plane to Phuket. I had a holiday, man. I had 12 days in Phuket with my family. We had fun and came back. When I came back to KL, suddenly I was back the director.
Oh,
You know?
serious? So you
Yeah.
went on holiday, lepas tu, means rezeki tu rezeki you lah. You wouldn't go anywhere, you
Exactly. That's why
actually yours.
I felt that, I felt that, do not be quick to actually point fingers everywhere else.
Hmm.
But look, maybe I've done something. Yeah, look upon yourself. Maybe I've done something that changed their minds. What did I do wrong? Yeah, but do not, of course, go stressed out about it. Because what's in front of you is more important. Rahman, right? Which of the blessings you want to deny? Yeah. So to answer that fellow actor's question is that I never believe in somebody else destroying your rice bowl, because at the basis of it, that rice bowl wasn't yours to begin with. You know, and maybe even if it's yours, it's blocked because Allah wants to prevent something from happening to you. You know,
Reda je lah.
yeah. That's why I say my only answer is redha. Redha. And I had wished my audience in Singapore had the opportunity to watch my Qadar. That was one of the
Kadar.
films.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the films that I really loved. Me and the writer actually had a very personal journey on Qadar, which actually the tagline is Ketentuan itu pasti. Yeah. Arnaman Herdi, I will personally share it with you. I'll drop it in your Google Drive, and once you are okay, it's about overturning of a bus. I actually overturned a bus and accidents happen, and it's exciting.
Okay, talking about acting, we noticed some comments macam I wouldn't say that it's your league of actors. Okay, we might be wrong lah. Like
Muka sama.
okay lah, be direct Beto
Mana-mana
lah,
muka Beto Kusairi.
Beto lah, Zairil lah, Shafi lah, Azhar Rani lah. I mean like Why? I mean, like, because I mean, we read them. I mean, some of them are child actors.
Mm.
Is it because of certain connection that you feel certain things that you're comfortable working with them, or they are very professional? They are good. I mean, definitely
Yeah.
they are good, lah. And okay, maybe you can just share on that so that.
Okay. Let's go through to the. Yeah, I know you all see the poster muka beto sini, muka Zaid sini.
Diorang
So
mesti
ni,
dah cakap.
yeah, yeah. They have become. I don't know. It's like Leonardo DiCaprio will always work for Martin Scorsese, right? Or Johnny Depp will always work for. Oh man, I forgot his name. Richard Burton, right? I came upon the talent of Beto Kushairi and Zahiril Elzim very first on my Juvana series, the series, long time back on TV3. So I really actually the first thing that struck me was how deep they were as actors.
How deep?
Yes, how
Wow.
deep they were as actors, but how simple they are as human beings.
Oh.
They
As
are
person, bukan
yeah,
delivering the. Okay.
as a fellow human being, they are one of the best friends that you can ever ask for. Very simple, not judgmental, um, but as thespians, as actors, they were very deep. They had their own. They were all trained in different schools of acting, you know. But when they come to me, they clearly forgot about that school and enroll into mine. They enroll. They were that willing as actors to actually forget about what they learned and come into my train of thought. You know, and and we are very open about it. You know, there are some actors who come into this and think that, hey, my method is the cool one. You know, I'm coming into your project trying to tell you, or coming with my school of thought, you know, without even trying to open up to anybody else, you know. But these are actors who are who know their range as actors. They know their range, you know, but then again, who would adapt to the fellow actor punya range, you know, and not trying to overpower one another, you know, but always trying to find that dynamics to actually make the director punya vision come true. I am more open to actors like that. I am really open. If you ask those actors that I worked with, even the Singaporeans one, the Singaporeans, I've never taught them acting. That's not my job. I don't go on set and tell you, hey, you have to deliver like that, deliver like that. That's not my job. That's your job. You bring your job to my set. You know, I don't tell you how to act, but we discuss it. You know, you discuss with your fellow actors. All I do is record what you all do. You know, um, some of the notably the ones I really love working with is Suhaila Salam. You know, I really love working with her because I don't have to tell her what to do. She looks at me and I don't know, maybe she has this chemistry with me. If she looks at me, I give her one look, she knows she's done something wrong, but I'm not gonna be the one who say like, bukan. At the end of the day, you know, the millions of people who's gonna watch is you, not me. I'm you know, I always put pressure on my actors that way because tak apalah, alah 3 juta orang dia tengok, nak malu pun awak je malu dengan kita, you know. But even I don't like to direct my actors, you know. But if you see that there are, of course, a few of my favorites, it's because of that. It's because of the fact that um you all get my thoughts. Um, you all are on the same page on how to actually get the product to be a product that is going to be thought of well with the audience. But at the same time, also you gotta tell yourself that whatever project that you do is not only for the audience, it's also for yourself. Will you be proud of it? Will you be proud of it? Because I don't know, after I'm gone from this world, only this is left for my kids. This is what your father has done. You know, would I be proud of anything? You know, those I'm not proud of, I would delete from the hard disk very quickly lah. You know, but what I'm proud of, I want to leave it to my son. This is my library. This is my library of the works of me, the writers, my fellow writers. This is the work. Would you take pride? And was there a significant um, message that you want to say to the viewers? It may get old, you know, it may get old. Most of this may get old. Yeah, but I think I have underlined most of the concepts as human as possible. That because human emotions will never change. Daripada zaman Rasulullah dulu sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ada hasad, ada dengki, all that, all emotions will never change. Up to today, emotions don't change. You know, as long as I hit the right emotion, I think this will be a library that I'm going to leave my kids with. And will I take pride in it? I will. You know, like I told you lah, those I'm not proud of is never in my hard disk anymore. You know, yeah, but this is it, man. So going back, tengok, satu question je boleh berjela-jela tau. So it's not about destroying someone's rice bowl lah. Don't ever think that. Come on, man.
Okay, guys. I think we nak dekat 2 jam. So I'm throw in the last question also. Kalau tidak, Abang Faisal gonna be so, you know, penat 2 jam Okay, one last question from somebody who's in film as well, our local guy. Salam Bang Faisal, in your view, there could be possibly, Salam Bang Faisal, in your view, could there be a possible opportunity that there can be another online streaming platform other than the mainstream platform that SG producers and filmmakers can create? If Malaysia can have iFlix and Video, okay.
VIU,
Can we come up with one of our own, or should we continue to watch? I think I feel like answering this question, but
please answer. Orang ingat senang ke buat platform?
That's why. I mean, like,
guys, iFlix is not Malaysia based. It's not owned by Malaysia. iFlix, no, iFlix is actually LA based. Neighbors with Netflix. Right? And View from Korea, all big players. These are the new big players who actually come up with platforms.
Because they got backers like Sony and and whatnot.
Exactly.
I mean, like, the bigger boys dah nampak ni semua bang.
Yeah. You know? If you want to create a platform, I advise you just create your channel on YouTube lah.
That's more rational,
It's more rational because to create a platform, because I like I told you 20 years ago, I saw something called sharkstream.com. They invested so much money. So much money was invested on sharkstream.com. Wow, you wouldn't believe it. And it failed. It failed because it was too ahead of its time at that time. You know, and it's not easy. Even for me watch and all that, it's not easy to actually, that is on the technical side. You know, you have servers and all that, streaming all over the world. And even that me watch is not all over the world just yet, because I know I have friends in the US who sometimes ask me, hey, hello, I want to watch your program on me watch, but why cannot? There are a lot of this business-wise. There are a lot. Why iFlix is not in Singapore? iFlix is not in Singapore. You go to Johor, you can watch my KL Gangster Underworld in Johor, but you cannot get it in Singapore because of taxes involved. There are taxes involved in creating a streaming platform. It's not easy, guys. It's not. I mean, it's easy for us to say, alah, kita boleh buat. A lot of things like that. Buat moga mangga pun, alah, senang je nak buat. Korang duduk tu pergi toleh, susah juga kan. So it's just that it's very, very difficult, guys. I wish we would have the financial means. Okay, one day if I wake up, I'm a billionaire or what, I may come together with you. Hey, let's start a streaming platform. But then again, the next question will come. What's your library? And then you have to create content from the library, for your library. And then if the library is not dynamically changed every time, and then people start, alah, si program sama aja. Sama lah juga. Kan? It all goes back to zero. Programming and always have a sufficient library is always the challenge of any platform. Not kira streaming ke FTA, is having that library to actually keep satisfying viewers, because viewers will never be satisfied. Even Netflix will come up with new program every time, because viewers will never be satisfied. Okay, I hope that answers the question. The answer is no, man. I am hopefully there will be a big financial mogul who wants to sponsor me and my fellow filmmakers on a streaming platform. But until then, redha je lah.
Okay, bang, it's been great. Any
Yeah,
last words? It's been great. I mean, guys are still here. Diorang semua dah
guys.
nak semua dah cakap okay, order kopi lagi lah and all that. Semua buat kelakar semua. Okay, tak apa. So, yeah.
Guys, I
Any
mean,
last
I am at the stage where cakap stage tak nak cakap age.
okay. Face
I'm
bang, face.
yeah.
The face,
I'm at the phase where I am ever willing to actually share with a lot of things with a lot of you guys, especially the young producers. Because I feel that kita sebagai seorang manusia, kalau kita lokek ilmu pun tak ke mana. You know, whatever I apart from my family being from the on my mother's side, okay, Herdi, my mother's side semua musicians.
Okay.
You know, my brother is a musician, my younger brother also can play music, but my father's side we are always teachers, you know. Yeah, my younger brother who plays the bass also, but he's also a teacher. So there is this teaching blood in me. I don't mind sharing with you guys a lot of ideas or even a lot of my experiences for you, to actually, you know, the biggest thing that you can take from all this, inshallah, will be not stumble where I had stumbled. Will not. I always feel the experience is made is because you don't do the same mistakes all over again. And I had made a couple of mistakes, and if I could share those mistakes with you guys, kalau macam ada session lagi, it doesn't have to be during Ramadan. I mean, after this, if Herdi would be kind enough to host a future one with me,
with them also,
yeah, with them, and then we do specific topics, you know. Some mistakes that I've done, and hopefully you as young producers will not go, you don't have to go through those mistakes.
True.
It's all the better. It's for the betterment of the product that you do. It doesn't have to be TV based. It doesn't have to be stream based. Yeah, it's also a reflection on life. Whatever I've done, whatever experiences, is also how we approach life. You know, how we want to go through life and face the challenges. You know, the challenges that you go through doing a drama or doing a film. If you have those challenges, if you take those ways that you face the challenge into your real life, then it wouldn't be so hard after all. You know, because everything, I would gladly tell you. Do you know that ni nak pancing viewers untuk the next one? Do you know that I've ever spent some time in a Thai lockup because you see, I pancing already while doing a drama. I spent some time in the Thai lockup back in the early years. So stay tuned. I can tell you all those miseries that I went through to be where I am today. Do you think it was easy? No, I believe I went through something to get where I am, but at the same time, I will not stop here. Not because I want to keep current. It's because I have to ask myself what else I can actually contribute to my people. What else I can contribute to the betterment of my society, my people, and of course have a reflection on whatever I did as a lessons. Yeah, sometimes I do normal family dramas, but there will be some takes on messages that I want to leave you guys. You know, some things I do, you know, some supernatural stuff I do, like Alif dalam 7 dimensi. You think it's about ghosts? No, man. It's about it's about how we handle some stuff. You know, if you have time, go through a lot of library of your own and see what you guys can do. I like I say, I am telling Herdi right now, I'm willing to actually share you my experiences. I know y'all are hooked about why I am stuck in the Thailand lockup once upon a time, a long time ago. Only a handful of actors will know that story. I'm willing to share it with you guys. All right. And until then, I think I would like to thank Herdi and all of you for tuning in for the last 2 hours or so. Yeah, and I really had fun during this circuit breaker. I really enjoyed this session, guys.
Okay, cool. So last word from the guys out there, Pak was saying, Chip saying, thank you very much for the sharing. Like you always share rokok with him. Kirim salam dengan Cikgu Ishak, Abang Faisal. That's from Fendi.
InsyaAllah.
Yep.
InsyaAllah. Yeah.
So I think other than that, I think it's been a very, very, very resourceful session, and yeah, I love it.
Thank you, Herdi.
Inshallah lah. I mean, if we can do something else, that'd be awesome lah.
Yes, we will do it. We will do it again. Yeah, insyaAllah. Thank you.
So okay, bang. Selamat berpuasa.
Assalamualaikum.
Selamat Hari Raya. Waalaikumsalam.
Selamat Hari Raya.
Yeah.
Right.
So hope to see you soon.
Right.
Okay,
Bye.
bang. Bye. Terima kasih.